what time is it? It's 11. It's almost 11, but it's before 11. That's really what matters. And thank you for your purchases and the buy it now. I appreciate that. Let me put this in. Hang on. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Chat. For those of you who are out on Facebook or YouTube, we are here on Niknax.net. That is Niknax.net. My name is Jocelyn, also known as the Crazy Lamp Lady. I own Niknax.net. It is one of the newest and fastest growing e-commerce marketplaces out there right now. We have live selling, multi-day auctions, buy it now listings, over 50,000 members, over 5,000 sellers, and it's a great place to be. Very community oriented. So we'd love to have you come and join us. That's what we're going to talk about today. This is live as of right this moment at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. So come and join us. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, that's what they say. Let me get over to YouTube. I'm going to switch this over to subscribers only. And then we'll get started. How is everybody today? I feel weird. I'm wearing red today. I always wear black. It's weird. I turned on the camera and I was like, whoa, who is that? That's weird. Okay, let's see. Refresh. I know, it's weird. It's a weird day, I guess. Customization, subscribers, and we're going to 2 years. Okay, so if you're over on YouTube, you will have had to have been subscribed for 2 years in order to comment. But I would invite you to come on over here and hang out with us on Niknax. That's it. It's free to join. You just become a member. You don't even have to feel obligated to buy anything. You applied almost 2 years ago. That's a really long time. Send me a email. Well, I will tell you, it depends on what you included in your application when you applied. 2 months. Okay. Yeah. Some people have been waiting 2 years. That's why I wasn't really shocked. Some people have been waiting 2 years. Yeah. So, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Here, let me see here. Get rid of that. And then I want to get over to our notes. And I have to think, I'm thinking about how do I get to our notes? I should know this by now. We've been doing this for 2 years. Okay. Let's get started, shall we? So we are currently at 53,869 members. Does anyone want to guess how many new members that is since last week? Because it's crazy. A DM, a direct message. Everybody's going back to last coffee chat to be how many new members? Actually, it's 578 new members since last week. So welcome to all of our new members. It's great to have you here on Niknax. This is the place to be, and it's exciting to have you here. I'd love to know how you found us. That's pretty amazing. I do know that one of the articles was picked up by Yahoo Finance, which is pretty cool. That came across and somebody was like, oh, it was great to see you in Yahoo Finance. And I'm like, what? I don't even know what's going on anymore because people are like, yeah, CNBC. And I'm like, Yahoo Finance? What? I mean, that's I feel like that's a pretty cool thing when you're like, that's neat. What is that? I'm Googling Crazy Lamp Lady, Yahoo Finance. Oh, look, there's an article. That's cool. So yeah. 578. We would love to get to know you because that's kind of what Niknax is all about. We're more about the community than just that transactional buying and selling. So go ahead and check out the chat channels. There is a chat channel called Community Chat. Feel free to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, how you found us, maybe what you collect, what you're here looking for. We'd love to get to know you. And yeah, all of the things. So I know, growing daily, it's pretty exciting. We currently have 5,449 sellers. That's 82 new sellers since last week. So welcome to all of our new sellers. If you would like to sell live, we also have a chat channel for live onboarding. It's not necessarily to get permission to go live, but it is to learn how to go live, because it's a little different than other online sites you might be used to, or you've gone live in the past. So it just kind of shows you how to press the buttons and bring stuff to stage and, load your items and all that. So got to sign up for live onboarding, and then your live selling permissions will be turned on and you will be good to go. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Here on Niknax, you don't have to go live. It's not a requirement. You can just do buy it now listings if you like. That's cool too. Totally up to you how you're most comfortable selling. What is a requirement is that you are a part of the community. I'm just kidding. I mean, that's not a requirement either, but I find that sellers who are a part of the community and who are interactive, they tend to do the best here on Niknax. So I would invite you to be a part of the community, whether that's in the chat channels or here during coffee chat. That's usually usually like an informal requirement for doing well, of course. So we currently have 116,000 listings. We're seeing that number go back up now that the holidays are over, kind of. I feel like a lot of our sellers probably were on vacation mode, so we're seeing that number climbing back up. And also, we did add some new sellers, so that makes sense. I felt pretty good about that. I'm like, wow, I did add a bunch this time, because I'm like in there and I'm like, and you know what? I realize what's slowing me down on the applications too. And I'm going to remind everybody of this. When you are applying for Niknax, you want to put the answers in, like putting NA, 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 yes, no. If you're not putting the effort in, I'm not putting the effort in. So I'm the one approving and denying the applications. And one of the things that sets Niknax apart is that we're looking for quality sellers. We're not just approving anybody and everybody. So if you're putting the effort in your application, that tells me that you're going to put the effort in when you're selling your items. So if I'm going through your application and I'm not seeing any effort to even like give me answers to the questions I'm asking, when I say, answer this question or it's going to delay a response, and you just put NA, I'm like, oh, well, I guess we're delaying a response. So come on, just, put the effort in. I'd love, even if you're not selling anywhere else, I'd love to just get to know a little bit more about you. I don't think that we do. Yes, we do. But do we have any? We do. We have Scottish Anne. She is not physically in Scotland. She is in fact Scottish. All right, let's see. So that's as far as applications go. We had over 1,600 applications, actually. I brought that under 1,600 when I was going through applications, and I was pretty proud of that. But like I said, I think I realized what's slowing me down is all of these applications where people are not answering the questions. I'm skipping those. So if you didn't answer my questions, I'm skipping them. We're getting a lot of Temu stuff, like actual Temu websites where people are like giving me a website and they're like, this is my website. And I go there and I'm like, it's literally Temu. Like, this is literally like a shell website for Temu, and you're applying to Niknax. I mean, I feel like we've reached a new level when we're getting those applicants. And I'm like, nope, not here. Thank you. So yeah, anyway, I have been going through applications and I feel pretty good about that. So anyway, happy National Technology Day. Yeah, that's great, because you have a big technology announcement today. Despite popular belief, I am not very good with technology. I feel like a lot of people assume that I'm good at that. I'm like, I'm not the person you want with your technology, trust me. But yeah, so happy Technology Day, everybody. It's also National Bean Day. I'm like, what is that even? Yeah, she put little bean emojis on there. No, I don't have my glasses here. Yeah, those are little beans. I'm like, is that a paw print? No, that's a bean emoji. Yeah, happy National Bean Day. That's a great, one of Laurel's favorite foods is actually beans. Yeah, I make her bean salad and she just like consumes the entire thing. There you go. National Cuddle Up Day. Laurel also really likes to cuddle. I'm hoping she never outgrows that. I'm hoping that she's always a cuddler. And speaking of cuddling, I put some really warm blankets in the store. If you guys didn't notice that, there's some really cool blankets. So if you find it somewhere, the little store icon here, I included some really cool blankets for National Cuddle Up Day. So you guys can go and check that out. I guess we can go over to Niknax and search for some blankets. Let's see. Oh, I have an idea. Yeah, I have an idea. Okay, give me a second. Here we go. Turn you guys around. Give me 1 sec. All right. So here we are on Niknax. And we're just going to type blankets in here. Blanket. Search for beans. And let's see what we have. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, blankets from India. Sweet. I know those are popular. So here are some of the blankets we currently have on Niknax. You guys can check those out, do a little search. We might even have some handmade blankets. Let's go look. Where would we find those? I think down here. Maybe Fiber Arts. Let's check. Handmade are the best. Yes. There's even a hard blanket. Yeah, look over here under handmade blankets. So as you can see, we do have some handmade blankets. We've got blankets of all kinds on Niknax. So you guys can do some browsing, see what you can find. We've also got sweaters. You're crocheting a blanket right now? Yeah, so go and search in through also the little store icon, wherever it is there on your screen. First up, let's talk about updates, shall we? There are no updates from District right now. Unfortunately, no updates. But if you have any feature suggestions, you guys can always send them to District. I told you guys in the past, they do take your suggestions seriously. So you guys can always send them your suggestions. They keep a list. I know this for a fact because I gave them suggestions like 2 years ago. And then like 2 years later, they're like, remember when you suggested that thing? And I'm like, oh, you mean like 2 years? They're like, yeah. They're like, oh, we finally have it for you. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. You know what? Hank would honestly probably eat it. He's been known to eat his collars even. Like I'll wake up and there'll be like a buckle in his crate. And I'm like, where'd your collar go? So yes, you can always send your suggestions to support@district.net. It's for Laurel. She won't eat it. I don't think she will. Remember to always keep your device updated. Keep it updated. You can always check the App Store to make sure that you're updated. If you're not updated, it will say update, and then you just click update, and then you will be updated. So you should be on version 3.2.16. That is where you should be. Events. Let's update on events. So it's 2026, and it's time for some new event protocols. So we're lifting the run by requirement. Yay, 2026. So you no longer have to run your events by us. We trust you guys now. I mean, some of you. Oh, man. Yeah, so you, yes, really, really, yeah. So if you want to run an event, you no longer need to run it by us. We are taking no responsibility for the events that you guys come up with. Um, some event ideas in the past, I've been like, really? Maybe we should suggest that, and then we've kind of brainstormed and come up with some good ideas. But yeah, you guys are on your own now, so have fun. 24 hours of pufferfish. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, wait till Junk Monkey hears about this. So, we're also lifting the no train rule on Thursdays. So, it's a free for all, pretty much. One of my goals, like, as we've grown to the size of where we are now, has just to be less micromanaging, because I know that that's one of my things. And I have so many plates spinning. I mean, like, yes, there's Niknax, but there's also the content creation with YouTube and Facebook, and then there's Niknax, and then there's Carlisle Antique Fest, and there's just a lot of plates spinning. There's a lot. And so I've realized I need to step back and I need to let some things go. So one of those is this is one of them. And so we're gonna let it go, and we're gonna do less micromanaging. So that's not to say that we still need to follow the guidelines. If the guidelines are not being followed, you will still get a message. Everybody's like, I don't want to get a message. It's not that bad. Sometimes it's just like, hey, just a reminder. Like, it's not meant as like a bad thing. It's just like, oh. And sometimes it just happens. Yeah, read the guidelines. Basically, just read the guidelines. Are we having a live cat strain? That's against the guidelines. But anyway, so one thing still is that you need to email Christina your train name, description, date, name of the conductors, and graphics if you want it included in the event calendar. So if we don't know about it, we can't put it in the calendar, obviously. So if you want it included, like in our calendar, if you want it like, this is the event, you still need to let us know. But it's not like you need to get approval from us. It's just so that we know and we can help you by putting it in the calendar. So basically that's it. We do have an update. And I'm actually really surprised that nobody noticed, because I just showed all of you and not a single person said a word. I think maybe Sandy noticed. We have well, we have a new website. I just searched for blankets on it, actually, and surprise, that wasn't the real Niknax that you guys are used to. That was the new Niknax. And I'm like holding it. I'm like, and here we are searching for blankets, and everyone's like, I'm going to turn you back around. I'm going to show you again. I was really hoping somebody would be like, what's this? What's this? That's okay. That's all right. Before I show you again, I did want to mention a few things. We've been working, so you guys are probably like, what's the deal with Niknax? Why does she still have that lame header with the Christmas lights? And why do we like, I know I've been letting it slip. The reason I've been letting like what you all see slip is because this is actually what's going to take over. And it's been months. It's been months in the works, like months in the works, meaning like we were thinking quarter 4. And it just has been like, come on, guys, please can we get it? So then it was going to be like, oh, January 1st, let's get this out. Let's get it done. And so it's still not quite there, but I've been so excited about it, and it's finally at a point where it's like, okay, it's ready to reveal. What are the benefits of a new website? The benefits of a new website is this is completely separate from District. So this is something that I've designed apart from District. This District has helped me like make sure that everything connects and things are working properly. But like if you go to District or you go to any of the other marketplaces, this is going to be a completely different flow, completely different look. I control how things operate. I control like how things look. So it's kind of like its own, it's one step closer to being its own Niknax, which I think has been our goal all along. It's been my goal all along. So it's another step in the right direction. So let me give you guys a peek. You guys ready? That being said, okay, so we're still working out some glitches. The mods and admins have been testing it for a few days now, and they've been finding a few things here and there. If you would like to work on this, like work within this website, here's the deal. This is a website. It's not the app. So if you find yourself on the computer, watching lives, doing some browsing, doing stuff on the actual website, and you would like to test it, you can DM Sienna on District and just let her know, like, hey, can I get the link for the new website? I'm willing to test it and see if I can find any issues and maybe help you guys. It will replace the Niknax website that you go to, both on your phone. If you use your web browser and you go to niknax.net, this is what it's now going to look like. All right. Now, let me see. Okay, so here we are. So this is kind of what it looks like. So at the top, you have your search bar. We have this. We have now our own handmade section in the search bar. So that'll take you to all handmade. I wanted to make sure that handmade kind of takes like its own, it has its own space up here. Community is where you'll find all your chat channels. So chat channels are no longer like center, which I think is a good thing, kind of. Events, we're going to have our own events page. We'll get to that. Here are all of the lives. When we're having a featured event, and I haven't gotten this set up yet, the featured event will be at the front as a promo. So this will actually be Bugs Bazaar. I had it set up for, believe it or not, I had it set up for Glass Gallery. That's how long this has been in the works, and that's no longer a thing. So auctions ending soon. We have auctions ending soon here is kind of a highlight. Shop by category. I do want to build out some actual graphics for this. I just haven't done it yet. 20 and under, then you'll come down here. Seller spotlight. We have that featured. At some point, maybe. Support Niknax artists. So here we have another section for supporting artists, and here we have it broken down into sections rather than having it straight across horizontal. Discover handmade, that'll take you over to handmade. Fashion, snags, cosmetics, ephemera, sports, Canada, and then we have media. I've combined all these. Media isn't our strongest categories, so I just combined these to kind of condense it. And then down here we have Sell With Us, and there's our friend Charlene. Shop Live. So these will just take you to Shop Live or Sell With Us. More user friendly. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So I'm still working. I'm still like making changes and stuff like that. If you go to handmade, you come over here. We got the little thinking guy. Oh, today's, oh, fantastic. Here is handmade. This is all the handmade. So if you are a handmade artist, make sure that you are using the handmade collection when you're making your lives. So if you're doing anything handmade, and then you can put that here. So if you use the handmade collection link, it will show up right here. Okay, so all handmade only. These are the handmade lives. So that will show up under handmade. All right. And then, of course, we have all of the categories for handmade. So right here, I put jewelry all under one: bracelets, necklaces, earrings. Then you have all of your jewelry. So these are all the categories for handmade, and we can build those out. We can pretty much do whatever we want to do. So we've got that. We have about. Welcome to Niknax, Crazy Lamp Lady, frequently asked questions, contact, events. We're still kind of working on that, but we've got a few events posted here. So this is going to be our new event calendar rather than have the big one. We might still keep the big one. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Christina about it. But we have Shop Live, we've got Browse, we've got Handmade. So this is kind of what it's looking like right now. Obviously, we'll mess around with it. We're still making some changes. It's not quite finished yet, but I'm so excited with this. It's been a work in progress. When will it go live? So I was told not to give you guys a date yet. But once we're done testing it, it's going to be a gradual rollout is what I was told. So it'll be kind of like we've done rollouts in the past where it's like some of you get it and then eventually everybody's on the same version. So that is the plan for that. And I think it's going to be awesome because it's going to like set us apart. So it's going to look different from what other people on different marketplaces are using. And we can customize it and we can make it our own, which is pretty exciting. All right, so let's see what else. So I hope everyone's excited about that. I've been excited about it for a while. I've been pretty stoked. Will we still be under district? Yes. So as far as the app goes, the app is still going to be the district app. I'll stop to answer some questions so that you guys. Does it affect fees? Fees are still all the same. It's, you still go to niknax.net. This is just going to be the new niknax.net. Like it's just going to be a whole new website. Yes, it is Android friendly. You still go to your web browser, type in niknax.net. This is the website. So it's still niknax.net. It's just going to be a newly designed website. And it's going to have its own new look. So it's not going to look like all of the other marketplaces. It's going to have its own look. No, you do not need to reapply to sell. No, it is still Niknax and it is still powered by district. It is still powered by district. No cross-posting. Cross-posting is not allowed, not just by Niknax, but not by district. Yes, you will be able to do the same things. It's just a new look. New look. Yes, it's just it's just customized. Yeah, so basically it's just a sandbox and then we're just going to make it real. I mean it is kind of real, but we're still kind of playing with it to make sure that everything works properly. The reason for that is we don't want something to glitch. We want to make sure everything is perfect before we release it site-wide because we don't want something to glitch. Like if somebody's trying to make a purchase in a live, we don't want a glitch to happen where somebody misses out on a sale or something like that. So we just want to make sure that all of the testing is complete before it's released site-wide, if that makes sense. We don't want any hiccups that can jeopardize a sale or anything like that. Yes, 1,000 sales. And if you're having issues with that, you can reach out to support@district.net. Yes, we're still using collections, categories, tags, all of that. However, if we're talking about the live collections, those are going to be a lot easier to manage because there's only so many in that category. It's pretty easy to just remove them. Let's see. Let's see. Are there any more questions about the new site? So basically cross listing isn't allowed on district. So you can't list something in Niknax and list it again, that same exact thing, in another marketplace. That's not allowed. That is against district guidelines. So when I see that happening, when I see that somebody has something listed in Niknax and they have something listed in another marketplace, sometimes I DM them and I'm like, hey, you can't do that. But sometimes I'll just wipe out all their listings in Niknax, which isn't really nice, but it's like they have it listed somewhere else. So it's not like I'm wiping out their listings because they have a backup. But you can't list, no, I'm not sure what that means. I mean, like you can list it, like if you can list the same, I'm not going to say it because I own, but you can have it listed on eBay and you can have it listed on Niknax. I would be really careful doing that because I know personally I've accidentally sold something and then I'm like, oh shoot, like I still have it listed over there and it just sold. Like I wouldn't advise that. But like we're talking about like Dibdit and Niknax. You can't have it listed on 2 marketplaces. That's not allowed. Yeah, so the way that it works on District is you can switch something between marketplaces. Like we had our handmade marketplace and we would switch it between the two. Like it would be like, okay, well, I'm going to put it over in handmade, then I'm going to put it back here. And now we just consolidated and now we just have Niknax. But you can switch it. Like if you go into the item, you could switch it between marketplaces if that's what you wanted to do. If you're a member of multiple marketplaces, but you can't have the same item listed like 5 times in multiple. I mean, technically, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a marketplace. But like within District, they're called marketplaces. So that's why we use the terminology. All right, let's get back to the notes. If you guys have any more questions, you can save them to the end and I will get back to you. Write them down if you need to. If you're like me, I won't remember any of my questions by the end unless I write them down. We have, no mystery shows. So mystery shows, I wasn't clear on this, but we cannot have mystery shows. It's not in our guidelines, and I should add this to our guidelines because I wasn't sure, but it is kind of in District guidelines in that there's no gambling, and mystery shows kind of fall under gambling. And so even though it doesn't exactly say no mystery shows, it's gambling. And so technically we can't have mystery shows. So I'm going to add no mystery shows to our guidelines and just spell it right out there. And obviously refer to District no gambling guideline because it just needs to be spelled out. Unfortunately, it's not a thing. I know that Whatnot has really come down on that because it's a gambling thing. Shout outs and reminders. Yes, so we talked about this at the end of last year about how I was encouraging you guys to look at 2026, come up with new ideas, new business models, try some new things. And we've seen a lot of business model adjustments and new ideas being executed across the marketplace. And this kind of adaptability reflects growth and a healthy optimism that's essential for success in reaching goals. Examples. Examples include monthly train conductors adjusting their events. That's one good example. Embracing a healthy mindset for personal and professional growth. Posting more frequently on social media. I love seeing that. I've been making that one of my goals is to be posting more frequently on social media. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot of work. Like, I mean, I do it on, well, actually, I take that back. I've cut back on YouTube a lot. A lot. I've been putting a lot more focus on Facebook. And man, it's a lot. It's a lot to be posting that much on Facebook. But I think we're seeing the benefits of it for sure. I mean, we're seeing a lot of new members. I don't know how much of that was Yahoo and how much of that was, oh my gosh, I saw a reel or, including Niknax in the videos that I'm putting out on Facebook. It's been really cool. So I think that it's been a good thing, a positive thing. But it just goes to show that there is power in social media. And posting frequently and consistently and promoting your business. And I would encourage you all to at least get an Instagram. I say that all the time. Get yourself an Instagram. It's the easiest form of social media posting, and you don't even have to post yourself. You could just post this guy, this little Buddha. You could post him and be like, hey, look, this fella, he's happy. And that's it. That's all you got to do. So yeah, get on social media, start posting, posting about your business, posting about what you're buying, what you're selling, using hashtags, all of the things, and start looking at your business for 2026 and talking about your goals and what you want to accomplish. Um, it's a new year, so there you go. 4 days of leave. Yay, there you go. There you go. All right, so May 8th through 10th is Carlisle Antique Fest. One of my goals for this week, speaking of goals, is to actually get over to the fairgrounds. I'm trying to pick a day that's like not freezing cold. It's to get over there and film the fairgrounds to give everyone a better idea for the layout and where the booths are going to be set up so that you guys can be like, oh yeah, now I see how the booths are laid out. So that's one of my goals, is to just get over there and film the fairgrounds so that you guys can see it. You guys can apply through Eventany. That is the only place to fill out an application. Now, whether you reach that application through a Google search, Carlisle Antique Fest on Google, or through our website, www.carlisleantiquefest.com, any way you go, you will reach the application on eventany.com. That is where you will find the application. So yeah, so you go out. Applying is free. So filling out the application completely free. Once you have applied, you will be able to pick your spot anywhere on the fairgrounds that is available. Obviously, and then the spots cost anywhere from $120 to $400, depending on where you want to set up, and you just check out, and that's that. The software has been a pain in my butt. Obviously, I'm not happy with it. Not one bit. The other day, somebody got charged for a booth twice. If that happens, please let me know and I will take care of it. When I messaged them, they were like, oh, this is a glitch. And I'm like, obviously it's a glitch. So it's just been an absolute nightmare working with them. But here we are, and we're going to make the best of it, because the event is 120 days away and it's going to be an amazing event. I'm just hoping it all works out. But you guys know me, I just roll with the punches, and we're gonna make the best of it. It's gonna be an amazing event. So if you'd like to apply, you can go through it, but I've already told you all that. Oh yeah, I know I got this. yeah, I got this. It'll be fine. Does the software got this? I don't know, but I know I got this. I'm gonna get this no matter what. I've definitely got this. I know. I'm going to talk to Eddie. Eddie, how do you feel about an event software website? And we'll go from there. So maybe next year we can just run it all through Niknax. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, oh, here's the map. Just go through Niknax, sign up for your booth. That would be the ultimate goal, right? Customize the website to the point where we can just run Carlisle Antique Fest through Niknax. Now that's what I'm talking about. We got to talk to some of the engineers about that for next year. Now, don't respond to. So if you're on the Facebook page for Carlisle Antique Fest and anybody says, "Hey, I'm going to DM you," or "I'm going to email you," or "Email me for the application," don't respond. The only way, like I said, the only way to file an application is through Eventany. The only way. Putting in an application is free. All right. If you have any technical issues, if you're having any payout issues, if you need any issues with updates, support, anything like that, support at district.net. That is where you need to reach out to. And let's see. You can always reach out to community at niknax.net. We got a lot of reports of Keanu Reeves. Speaking of scammers, these past, don't worry, I took care of him. He's no longer trolling here. I think he still is over in the Gulf marketplace though. I saw he was active not too long ago, but he's not here on Niknax anymore. So if anyone gets any messages from Keanu Reeves, I do not think he's real. And he messaged you this morning. Yeah. I wouldn't respond to that. But I did report him directly to district, and I did ban him from Niknax. So hopefully he's taken care of soon. But He definitely is not on Niknax any longer. He can still DM you, though. That's the thing, though, is because he's on district. He can still DM you, but he can't interact on live sales or in chat here on Niknax, if that makes sense. I know, he's so nice. It was a hard decision. I'm not gonna lie. It was a really hard decision. I mean, this is the guy that like gives up bus seats to old ladies. I was like, oh man. And then I had to hit the ban button, and it was a really hard decision, but I had to. He was sending unsolicited messages, and that's against the guidelines. That's how serious I am about enforcing the guidelines, okay? So if you have any event questions, yeah, he took a wrong turn when it came to Niknax and started sending unsolicited messages. So if you have any questions about events, reach out to Christina at niknax.net. Any train related questions specifically, and as a reminder, if you are planning for a train and you would like it featured in our events, you can send her information about that, but you are no longer required to run it by us. We're waiving all of that for 2026. Remember to check out the calendar of events. Coming up, we have the Love Bug Bazaar, which is January 24th through the 25th. 24th through the 25th. It is full. All items must be a variety. So please email Christina if you need any guidance. Bring a variety of bug items. No mythical creatures or mollusks. That means no snails. Okay, guys, that's not a bug. A snail is not a bug. It's slimy. It's cute, but it's also slimy. So no snails allowed. We are looking for a mix of categories that can include decor, jewelry, ephemera, handmade, clothing, accessories, anything having to do with bugs, even taxidermy bugs. Your items can have a bug on it too. I don't know what that means. It can have it would have a bug on it. Oh, you're meaning like not like a bug, but it can have a bug on it. That makes sense. I'm like, I had to think too hard about that. Yeah, not a real bug. It's not like, not. Like, I got this at Goodwill. It's on sale because it's got bugs on it. No. Ken Edwards signed bug. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like somebody's gonna be bringing their fried crickets in the snack category, and I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, I don't know." Oh man, this could get out of control really fast. Okay, your item, arachnids count because they both are arthropods. This is like true teacher, like right here. This is like, you could tell Christina's teacher is coming out. Your arachnids count because they both are arthropods with exoskeletons. Okay? Whatever that means. Basically, to summarize, yes, spiders. Okay? Insects are included as well. The end. Anything creepy crawly, not slimy, I think we're good. We love teacher Christina. Adding Monday. I don't know. We haven't really talked about that. Oh, shoot. All right. Do we have any questions? We got through the notes quick today, didn't we? We didn't have a whole lot. What is that is not. What is... Oh, I think you're asking about another marketplace. That's not Niknax. That's another place. We don't go there. What is the best way to find out? Oh, that's a good question. I think the best way to find out about trains coming up would be the event chat. A lot of sellers who are planning events posts. Let me see real quick. Seller, community events. Are we missing chat channels? Oh, I think we are missing. Wait, no, I'm on the wrong site. Hang on. I'm on the new site and I'm going through the chat channels. I'm like, wait. Interesting. You might be a member of their marketplace. That's how they got you. That's probably why. You would get notifications from them if you were accidentally a member, but you can go in there and you can leave if you don't want their notifications. Yes, we have a new website. Let's see. Yeah, so if you were to go under seller events and go under the event chat, you will see that there are a lot of events posted in there, and you could probably find. Yes, you can quit through their site if you don't want their notifications. Yeah, Seller Spotlight is randomly chosen. Sage is in charge of that. You can maybe you can maybe get her Venmo and try to bribe her if you want. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. Don't anybody ask. She's over here. She's like, yes. Joking. Oh, hey, Sage. Sarcasm. I think as soon as you write that in any DM on District, you probably get like banned or something. They're like, ban them. Let the bidding begin. Do compliments count as a bribe? That's too funny. Yeah, she randomly, I gave her the criteria and she goes in there and she just picks it. Sage deserves snacks. She does.
I do.
Oh, look at the notes again really quick.
And a gift card to the massage place.
Don't worry, I'll buy you lunch.
I'll settle.
Are we allowed to go live without selling? I don't think so. See, my concern with going live without selling or auctioning items is, first of all, that turning into a chat. And we do not allow for chat shows. We decided against that very early on. We had some issues with chat shows. So we decided not to do chat shows here on Niknax unless it's moderator, admin, or owner. And then also, you know those shows that they used to have where it was just like a thing that would spin, like one of those battery operated things. It was like, that's fair. And it would just be on for hours and hours. Like, I don't want to open the door for those. And then also, I don't want like fake shows popping up. I don't want like a show that's just lapsing constantly. Like, I'll do that occasionally when we have events, but if we have a show that just pops up and then lapses multiple times, which we have had in the past, we had one seller that would just schedule a show and then never show up for it, and I actually had to send them a DM because it was just getting to be too much. What's the demographics for Niknax? You know, that's a good question. We don't really have any data on that. If I had to guess, I would imagine it would match my demographic for, you know, the content that I create. And I would probably say women between the ages of, probably 80% women between the ages of 35 and 65. That's the demographic for my YouTube channel. I don't know. Private listed live shows are showing up. Really? Can you send that to support@district.net? About to be 7. There you go. See, I'd love to shake up that demographic. That's my goal. My goal is to shake up that demographic and start getting other sellers, other buyers, other folks in here. Like, I want to change that up. I mean, it makes sense, you know, when I launched Niknax that is where we would grow from, but I kind of want to keep growing in all different directions. Yes, see, there you go. My goal has always been to continue to grow Niknax in all sorts of directions. And I approved a lot of sellers this past weekend in all sorts of different categories. And I think the more sellers we have in different categories, bringing new things, I think that's going to be our opportunity to grow in different directions. Yes, so I did approve some crystal sellers this past weekend. I approved some, so we'll see. Also plants, which I thought was cool. But I've approved plant sellers in the past, and they never did anything. I was like, ooh, plants. And I was really excited, and then nothing ever happened. So it's like, I feel like somebody selling plants would do fairly well. My stomach is growling, by the way. Oh, hello. Hola. You've seen plants on here? Yeah, no Timu crystals. Plants are apparently a whole thing. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to ship plants. That's why I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I know. I would love for her to come back. She's popped in a few times. But maybe she just decided to go in a different direction. Some people get really into reselling and then, kind of fizzle out. Or, for me, I was really into reselling for the longest time, and then I kind of took a break from it and got into metal detecting, and then it was like, oh, maybe I'll give that a shot again. So I mean, I kind of went in, and now look at where I'm at now. You know. Um, I don't know, but definitely send a message to support about that, because that's a good suggestion. It is a lot of work. Yeah, for sure. Maybe you guys don't know. I feel like you guys are way up there. How long does it take to get email responses? Where did you send to? Did you send it to community at Niknax? Did you send it to my DM? We've been kind of bogged down lately. Also, I have to admit that my DMs, they're kind of out of control at this point. There was a time where I told you guys, DM me. That's the one place you can get me, because I don't have a whole lot of messages in my DMs. And at this point, it's like I can't. There's no place really where I can. What is? Well, okay, all right. As I say, what is it in regard to? But we will look for it. Any other questions? When I ever get a receipt from a purchase, can district that would be a district question. So again, you can email support at district.net. Hank, oh my gosh, that's such a funny. That's the timing of that question is amusing, because last night he got into a bag of trash and like tore the whole thing open all down the driveway. And so I was leaving this morning, and I was like, I'll deal with that later. So yeah, so that's like an oddly timed question, but yeah, I have to deal with that later. So that's how Hank's doing. I'm sure he has a tummy ache right now. Are there categories for crystals? I think we have a category for crystals. The categories are the bane, and anyone who's been here for a long time knows I hate the categories so much. I hate them. And so does everybody else here. The key is keywords. Using good keywords, because I'm like, hey, just go search that search bar. Like, that is where people are going to go. They're going to search the search bar before they're going to go looking through categories. Keywords are key. So be using your keywords, because that's really how people are going to find it. Oh yeah, no, we're accepting all vendors. It doesn't matter if you're just like Niknax, anyone. Yeah, anyone. We're accepting anyone and everyone. Actually, I just started paying for marketing on Carlisle Antique Fest. So I just started boosting the posts. So hopefully we start seeing more. I mean, I say hopefully, but I mean, we were seeing some good momentum there, and then it kind of slowed a little bit over New Year's, and I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to start actually pushing it out there. So now I'm paying for marketing on Carlisle Antique Fest. So I'm hoping that we start reaching people that wouldn't have normally heard of the show. Meet Your Maker. We do not have any status yet. We were waiting until we had the new website, and then we're going to go forward with planning. So new website was kind of like the goal was to get the new website, and then we're going to go forward with planning. No relisting. So the new website is still powered by district. So everything about the new website still hooks into district. Everything that you guys have been like, it's all the same. It's just a new interface. It's a new it's just you're seeing things differently, but everything in the background is still all the same. It's a new design. Exactly. Thank you, Aloha Girl. Yes, newly designed. Anything on being able to use iPad or iPhone? I don't know. I think that you can, but I don't know for sure because I've never done it. Oh, thanks. I put out a new video every day. And I've been editing all of my Facebook videos. So for the past week, every video that has been posted on Facebook, I've edited myself. So, oh yeah. Please be careful of your your packing materials. Be aware of what you're packing with. I think is where we're going with that. Like if you're like, sorry, I'm thinking of how to word what I want to say. You know, like when you're at home and you're just like, it's a Sunday afternoon and you're just like chilling on the couch, you know, in your pajamas, and you're just like kicking back, watching football, and then somebody just rolls up and like knocks on your door, and you go to the door, and it's like people are standing there in like suits, and they're like, have you heard of our Lord Jesus Christ? And you're like, and suddenly you're like engaged in this conversation that you were like, and you like, they're scoring a touchdown on the TV, and you're like, so when you get a package in the mail and you're like, not, yeah. And then there's suddenly like, you open it and it's like, have you heard of our, like, cause it's all wrapped in brochures. That's what I'm talking about. Like, just be careful and mindful of what you're packing your items in. Because it's kind of the same experience, you know, when you're just like kicking back, minding your own business, watching TV, and then like same. You open the package and you're like, whoa, kind of the same. It's an analogy. So just be like, be mindful. Yeah, Taco Bell wrappers. Thank you. I was like, how can I relate this? That was it. Yeah, be professional. I think the best one for me was when I got a message from somebody that said that they got a they got a package and it was in a used pizza box, and there was bugs in it. Like, talk about the bug bazaar. Like, I got a message from a buyer that was like, hey, I got a package and it was sent in a used pizza box, and I'm like, what? So like, just please be, yeah, you know, be mindful. If you, yeah. Yes. I mean, use clean materials. I mean, it's okay to use recycled materials. You know, for the longest time, we would buy all of our materials new. And then I think I've shown you guys before, we have the little, I don't think where's it? Eventually I decided, you know what? I bring all of these recycled materials back. I go shopping all the time. You know, I'm watching them using brand new, like, paper boxes, sending it back with me, and it's like, what? And we're just like putting it out. So why not just use, so it's okay to use clean paper. But like also if you're getting stuff from like an attic and it's discolored and gross newspaper, like don't use that. Just, be mindful. That's all. Yeah, yeah. Smells musty. Yeah, be mindful of smells and like things that are clinging. Smoke, yes. Yeah. Um yeah, newspaper is fine. Newspaper is fine. Does anyone else have any more questions before I hop off of here? You do not like newspaper for packing. I don't mind newspaper as long as like if there's potential of transfer, as long as you wrap it in tissue paper first, so I can't transfer. Yeah, it can leave marks. Yeah, so if there is potential of transfer onto an item, sometimes you want to wrap it with tissue paper just to make sure that it's not transferring onto an item. Um, you like seeing other people's high school football. Um, you got one wrapped in. Hey, I mean, you can reuse the towels, right? See, I wouldn't want to use towels because that just adds weight. Yeah, I'm all about the paper though. I use packing paper. Free towels and clothes. Shoot. All right. Any more questions? Because I am going to sign off of here. I see an arrow. Where is it pointing? Common sense. Where has it gone? I don't know. Reminder not to use USPS materials. Why are we not using USPS packing materials? I mean, if we're sending it USPS, we can use USPS packing materials. I don't understand. Oh, as padding? Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh, like in the box packing materials. Yeah, you can't use priority boxes as padding or priority envelopes as padding. That's like it's literally says that it's against the law on the, it's also against the law? Selling them at Goodwill for a profit. You can't do that. That's the best. Every time I see that, I'm just like, you can get those for free. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I think everyone's seen them at some point at Goodwill, and it's just like, pff. Yeah. So they're my favorite is I'll never forget this one time I'm like scrolling through Instagram and it's just influencer that's like, I fit all of my. She was like moving and she used USPS boxes for moving, and I'm like, like what? She posted it online, and I'm like, are you dumb? I know. Yeah. Nah. She did. Can be sent in a. See, I don't know how all that works. Listen, I don't want to know who's breaking the law. La, 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 la. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I don't know. But unless you. My mom's calling me. Unless you're using them for their intended purposes, you should not be using them. That's that. Yeah, sorry. Every time I get a phone call, it mutes me. Yeah, you are very welcome. Oh, if you I see. I don't know if you're repurposing them, because if you get a package in the mail and it's a USPS box, like repurposing them, like I don't know how that works. I don't know if once it's been used once, if you can like reuse it, because that makes sense. That you would be like, well, I'm not gonna waste it, but I don't know if they're like, you can't repurpose that. Yeah, I wouldn't think that they would like that. I wouldn't think that they would. But for me, it'd be like, well, I don't want to waste it. But I think they'd also be like, you can't do that because it's USPS and they do what they want. Um, all right, guys. Any more questions? Any more questions? Because if not, I'm going to do a raid. We're going to hop off of here. Remember, if you would like to work with the new website, it is a new website. It is not a new app, which means it is accessible through a computer or through your web browser on your phone. If you would like to work with it, help us test it, find any glitches potentially. If you would like to do that, you can DM Sienna and let her know, hey, I want to get on the new website and test it out. So I do see there's a question. Are we allowed to send buyers gifts of things that arts and crafts? Are we allowed to send buyers gifts of things? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. As long as you let them know that you're doing it, because you shouldn't be sending them mail. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like sending them unsolicited mail. I'm like, I don't know, but also it's a gift. I'm like, yeah, you cannot save. Yeah. So if you'd like to test out the new website, it's for sellers. I feel like we should limit the testing of the new website to sellers, because sellers will be the one. Well, I don't know. But we're just trying to find glitches. I feel like sellers will be the ones that'll probably sniff them out. Yes, you can report the glitches to Sienna as well, and then she'll get the engineers working on it. Absolutely. No, it will not have anything to do with the app. It will not affect the app. Sienna, Siena. Yes, you're right. Buyer. I said that and I was like, well, buyers might have thoughts too. I mean, feel free to DM Sienna and see what she thinks about it. I'm sure she only needs so many people testing it out. So I'm sure once she reaches that number, she'll be like, thank you for offering, but I'm good for now. But yeah, send her a message and we'll get as many people on there. Now, I will say this, there are a few components that I still need to complete as far as like write-ups, like writing up certain things. So if you're like, that doesn't make any sense, I'm probably still writing it. So the flow and everything, that's at a point where I'm like kind of happy with it. But if it's like you're reading something and you're like, wait, what? I probably have to write it still. Or I've like started writing it and didn't finish. So yeah, don't judge me. Okay. All right. So right now it's invisible. So you can see. So if you're wondering about Mainly Made, it is invisible. So only those who are members of Mainly Made can see it. Anyone coming to district, anyone like else outside cannot see it. So it is completely invisible to anyone else. We do not have any new guidelines, except I'm going to be adding that there are no mystery shows, only because no gambling as a district guideline is really big. So we'll just add no mystery shows. And we'll include it in our guidelines. I am going to add, I should say on the new website, I'm going to make our guidelines more clear. All right. So that they can be better navigated, because having them in a Google Doc, I think it's great, but it's harder to find and to go through. So we'll have them on our site. instead of having to go to Google Docs to look at our guidelines, we will have our guidelines integrated into the website so you can find them there. Okay. All right. Well, on that note, I guess I will see all of you guys later. We're going to do a raid. Not sure when my next show will be. I do have a show scheduled for February 1st. And that show, I'm going to be liquidating a ton of stuff. I've already decided. I've already started preloading stuff into that show. Old stuff that I've had sitting around for a long time. New stuff that you've seen me pick up recently. I'm going to do like a cleanse, like a super cleanse. So I'll probably be live for a few hours that day. But we're just going to start getting rid of stuff. I told you guys I was going to go live every single day and just get rid of stuff. But I don't think that I'm able to commit that time. However, I can commit a day of getting rid of a lot of stuff. So I think February 1st is going to be the first day that I'm going to be able to do that. So it's going to be a very large purge of things I've had for a very long time. So if you've had your eye on something, it might just be like, I'm going to start this at $20 and get rid of it. And I've already started kind of going through stuff. So keep your eye on that sale, set your calendars. You've done it. Yeah. 10 per day. Yeah, I have to figure out what works best for me and my schedule and what I'm doing. And I think for me right now, one big sale for a few hours is probably what I'm able and capable of doing. So, yeah, February 1st. And I don't know when you can start pre-bidding. I don't know if there's like a limit of like how far in advance you can start pre-bidding, but you guys can start looking, and I will be adding stuff as it approaches. So, February 1st. All right. Yes, of course, they're increasing their rates. They always do. So, yes, USPS rates increasing again. That's why I don't sell lamps anymore, hardly at all. All right, let's see here. Who do we have to raid? You know what? How about, Casey Paul's stylist. Shapermint. You guys have been asking me. We had a seller on here who was selling Shapermint, and she doesn't sell here anymore. But I had a lot of people asking, "Where'd you go? I liked that," And so here we go. We're gonna go over to Casey Paul's stylist. Here we go. Everybody have a wonderful day. Oh, also Claudine is live. Day 6 with Claudine. She must be doing a challenge. So go check out Claudine as well. But here we go.